Hello everyone, like and thank you for each and everyone. My subscribers count is being increased, and at the same time, I'm getting good watch hours from everyone. So, so as a thankfulness, as a gratitude, I'm doing one more video that is Hibernate relationships, many to many. So till now we have covered three relationships. Those are one to one, okay, one to many, many to one as well. Okay, many to one, and now we are going to cover the last relationship, that is many to many relationship. So we are performing Hibernate with JPA, part 4, many to many relationship. Many to many relationship represents many entities are connected to many entities. Okay, here example we can take. Many users are enrolled to many accounts, and at the same time many accounts he will be having many users also, right? Like vice versa. Vice versa. Many accounts have many users. Okay, here you can see Shaker and Kader is enrolled in Facebook account, and at the same time Facebook Instagram is having two users. Okay, is having two users as Shaker and Kader. Okay, so this is the many to many example. One more example is Pranay Santosh is enrolled for Twitter. Snapchat and Omegle is having users as Pranay and Santosh. Means I'm just telling only Facebook can have users as Shaker and Kader, and here only Snapchat can have Pranay and Santosh as users. Means many to many represented in this format. And let us see the pictorial representation. So this is the many to many example, and you can see here one user is there, that is Ravi. He's having account in Instagram as well as Facebook. Okay, at the same time Instagram is having many users like Sonu and Kiran and many other people, and at the same time Ravi is having Facebook account, and this Facebook can have n number of users. This is what many to many relationship. Okay, so now how to represent that many to many. Before going further, let us see the class, how to design. Here you can see we are taking two classes. One is user class, another one is account class. So I'm just representing annotation at the rate many to many and representing list of account using collection object here. Okay, list of accounts, and account is a class here. Okay, right. Hope you got some clear idea about this. And whenever we store the data in the database, the tables will be represented in this format, or three tables will be created. One is user, another one is account. Okay, here you can see two users are there, and here we have two applications, that is Instagram and Facebook. So Ramu is enrolled for both Instagram and Facebook. Okay, Naveen is enrolled for both Instagram and Facebook. You can see 101 means Instagram, 102 means Facebook. Naveen is enrolled for both Instagram and Facebook. And here you can understand Instagram is having two users, that is Ramu as well as Naveen. Okay, means here how it is represented is very simple thing. Right. Here you can see, right, here also many users, and here also many many, many to many. It is represented as many to many users, many accounts in this format. Now let us see it practically. So I'm creating one package, a separate package. Before that we have to check whether tables are present or not. Okay, tables are there. I will be dropping those tables. Right, there are no tables inside the database. Now let us create a package that is many to many. So I'm directly taking the class so that I can provide many to many package. Many to many example. So what is the class name? User is the class name. Here user is the class name @entity. So as usual @ID private int ID private string username. Okay, and this user is having many accounts. So I'll represent it as using many to many annotation private and using collection from java.util. Be careful while importing this list list. Right. Accounts. Then so we have completed all the members in this class and generate the getters and setters. So that is generate getters and setters. Along with toString, I'm doing that. Done. Now here we are getting some error. Just place your cursor over that. Okay, just place your cursor over that. So now you click on the create class account. So here it is asking to create account class. Click on finish. So now on the top of the class @entity @ID is to generate primary key, or as we know private int ID private string application name, and then generate getters and setters. That's it. Along with toString. Save the class. Done. So for the first task is completed. Creating DTO classes is done. Means entity classes are completed. I didn't do anything extra here, just generated getters and setters for these two members. We have two classes, one is user, another one is account. Two classes only we have. So in the user we mentioned it as many to many relationship. Okay, next we'll be creating a DAO class in order to store the data. So let us name it as account DAO, or you can give account DAO, IMPL, anything is fine. Okay, I'll name it as account DAO only. So here we need to provide entity manager factory, all those things. So all we have done previously in the previous programs, you can just copy and paste. So first I am generating this entity manager factory in that class. Okay, next, now we have to save the data. So for that we are writing public string save user entity transaction dot begin entity manager dot persist user entity transaction dot commit. Next, return user dot get username, you can write like this also, there's no restrictions. Next, save method public string save account. So for this also same kind of things are required. Just I'll copy these three statements and I'll paste here. So here we have to pass account, and here we mention return account dot get app name is saved. Just save the class. So we have generated two save methods for user as well as account. Okay, so our DAO class is completed. What is our next task? Is to generate controller class. So now our next step is to generate the controller class. Account controller main method is required. So now we have to always, in order to collect the data, we have to create DTO objects. So let us create DTO objects. Now I will create DTO object of user first. User u1 equals to new of user u1 dot set id 1 u1 dot set username. I'll name it as Ravi. Next, okay, so we have successfully created one user object and collected the data. Next, we'll create one more user u2 equals to new of user constructor u2 dot set id number 2 u2 dot set username. Sunil. Done. So we have created two user objects and collected the data. What is our next task? Our next task is to create accounts. Account A equals to A1 equals to, actually we have to create user object later, so I'm just removing, don't worry about those things. So I'm just placing after Okay, just I am placing after that, just I am writing here a1 dot set app id 101, a2 dot set, sorry, a1 dot set app name Instagram, and I'm creating one more account a2 equals to new of account a2 dot set id number 102, a2 dot set app name Facebook. So here I am following the structure of the diagram. See here, first I have created only one user, that is Ravi, and I am creating two accounts, one is Instagram, another one is Facebook. Here I am following this diagrammatic pattern, very simple. Here you can see Ravi user object is created and two applications are created. So our next task, okay, here very simple, don't get confused. I have created only one user object and I am creating two accounts. Okay, why? Because Ravi is having Instagram account as well as Facebook account. Now we have to collect accounts here. So I am creating array list of accounts. Accounts equals to new array list accounts dot add, sorry, a1 a2. So here we collected the two accounts, one user, two accounts. So now we have to set to the user one, u1 setting, sorry, right, setting accounts to first to user Ravi. Ravi is having two accounts. So u1 dot set accounts, done. So we have done successfully, and at the same time, okay, at the same time, Sunil is also having those two accounts. So we'll be setting for Sunil also accounts. So now here you can see how many DTO objects are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have how many? 4. We have 4 DTO objects, and our first task, first we have to save accounts, because why? Because here inside the user we represented ManyToMany. Okay, if accounts is saved, then only this user can utilize these accounts. Okay, inside the user accounts is present, and inside account there is no other member, so it is individual and independent. So always remember, first we have to save accounts here. Why? Because here we are not setting any users for account object. Okay, so first we have to save accounts. So let us create account DAO object. DAO equals to new of DAO.save account first. DAO.save account A2. Next we have to save. Next we have to save. We have to save users. Then it will works. DAO.save user 1. DAO.save user 2. Now let us run the. See, always remember account we are saving. First we are saving the account object, not the user object. I already told you why we are not saving user first, because user is depending upon the account and account is independent class. It doesn't have any hazard relationships. That is the reason. Now I am running this program. The data is inserted inside the database. Now let us check how many tables are created inside the database, and just click on refresh, and here you can see account table is created. Okay, and here you can see user table is also created, and here one common table, user and account, same as the example that I have shown you before. Okay, this is a many-to-many save operation. Now let us retrieve the data. So our save operation is successfully completed. Now let us retrieve the data. So for that, for your convenience, I don't want to edit this. Okay, why? Because you will be following the same, right? So let me keep this as is. You can perform all the CRUD operations inside one class. It's enough. But to make sure that like as a reference, I'm creating a separate controller to retrieve the data. Retrieve. Accounts. Now we require a DAO object. Now we are going to retrieve. Before retrieving, first we have to check in account DAO, do we have any methods to retrieve the data? Alright, so we'll retrieve the data. We want to retrieve all the data at once. So in that case, what we have to do, we have to write the query for that. We don't have such methods to retrieve all the data at once. Okay, provided by Hibernate framework, Hibernate with JPA. So here I am writing public list as a return type. Collection object here it is. So I will ask for the user. Get all users. So here to get all the users, we need to write the query. So we have to be very careful while importing this query, because it is from different packages. We have to prefer Java x.persistence only. Q equals entity manager dot create query. Here we need to write the command, select command. Select, not just select command, it is a JPQL command. JPQL means Java Persistence Query Language. In this, aliasing is must and should. So what is the entity name? Actually user. So we have to follow this only. You cannot write in lowercase letters. Select U from user. U is mandatory here. Aliasing, we are doing aliasing. Okay, done. Next, return q dot get result list. You can see here we are asking for result list. That return type is list and it is from query. Right. So we have successfully written this. Now let us retrieve. I'm writing SOPLN statement because there are no statements inside that. DAO dot. Better I will write to understand much better, so that you will be free enough to understand this. List user, users, DAO dot get all users. Now I'll write users. Let us okay, there is only 2 users we have. It is Ravi and Sunil. It is representing. Okay. So now we have to get accounts as well. So for that, just we need to write same as this. Just copy and paste. And here you need to remove user and keep account. Accounts. And here aliasing is must and should, and this class you copy account and you paste here. Entity class name we have to provide there. We cannot provide the table name here. Account is the entity class name. So now we'll retrieve the accounts list of accounts equals to DAO dot get all accounts. Now we can see right here. You can see in the top Ravi as well as Sunil, 2 users we have, and 2 applications, that is Instagram and Facebook. So this is how we retrieve the data. Okay. Now I want to retrieve single data. So in that case, very simple, right? Already we have done this. It's very easy, quite simple. So now public user, get user again pass, and here in tidy return, I can write directly entity manager dot find. So here the class name we have to provide user dot class, and here we have to provide ID. Done. At the same time for account also we have to do the same thing, public account get account int ID return entity manager dot find account dot class ID. Right. So we have successfully completed these two methods. So now we have to go to that place and write here so that you can easily understand. I'll create some empty space, empty lines. Okay. Now we'll retrieve. You can write it directly like this. DAO dot get user. I can get user with ID number 1. With ID number 1, the user is Ravi. DAO dot get account with ID number 102. Right, with 102 ID number, Facebook is the account. So we successfully completed the retrieve operation also. Now the next operation is update operation. Before going to the update, I want to add some more data. I am going to the first controller class. So here I will write I am writing here one name, Prashant Intin. Here you try to understand here. Prashant is a person. Okay, he is also having accounts of Instagram as well as Facebook. So I'm not going to make any changes here. And here I'm just setting the accounts to the Prashant. And here I'm using one more user. That is Rakesh, and here also we are setting. And now here we are only updating the user data. Here we are only updating the user data. So we don't need to save any accounts because Instagram and Facebook are already present inside the database. Okay, let us run this. Right, data is inserted. Now let us go and check inside the database, and here accounts will be as it is, users will be increased, Prashanitin and Rokesh, and this is the combination of both tables, user as well as account. Right here you can see 33 4. Right now if you observe carefully in the users there is such Prashanitin and Rogesh. So I want to update the data now. I want to update their names. Their names are not in proper spelling. So I want to change their names. For that I need to update the data. So I'll be writing a update method for here, public string update user. So here we have to pass the user object, user u. And here we need transaction. Passing the user object, entity transaction dot commit, return is updated. Now we'll try to update the user data. So for that I am taking separate controller class. Update controller. So I want to update the data. User u1 equals to new of user u1 dot set whose that I want to update, the person ID I require. Person ID is 3. u1 dot set username Prashant Kumar. So he is having 2 accounts. That accounts are required now to set up the proper account. A1 equals to new of account. A1 dot set ID. What is the ID? 101. Instagram. A1 dot set Instagram. Now setting all the accounts. Array list account accounts equals to new array list accounts dots add account one accounts. Now we are setting these accounts to the updated user. DAO object should be created. Account DAO equals to new of account DAO dot update. So I cannot write simply string message equals to DAO dot update user. I'm passing the user object. Okay, next I will be displaying that message. And just run the class. Before running the class we are getting error at this place. Okay, just I need to go and save this class, so there is no error. Just run the class. We'll get the output. So data is updated. So we are done with this session and we'll complete this. Okay, hope you understood most of the